Hello again, it's Randall with the Philippines Project, and I'm back in Missouri, and I'm gonna do a little bit of cooking on my charbroil grill. I'm out here on my deck. I've already set up my grill. It is not a super expensive grill. It's a char griller. Got a somewhat accurate thermostat, that's what it is. But I'll tell you what, this thing really draws good. I'm just dumping my charcoal. I bought some self-starting kind, and I'm gonna see what we can do. I'm gonna make a foil pouch, so it don't really matter where the charcoal goes. I just want it to burn and create some heat. So that's what I'm gonna do. We'll see how self-starting this stuff really is. But look at there. Really self-starting. So before it gets too hot, I'm gonna put my char griller back in place. Let her heat up. I'm gonna go ahead and make my foil pouch. Something I've never tried before is it's a Canadian type food. It's a dumpling with cheddar cheese. It's called a pierogi. If you're from Canada, I know I got some Canada viewers. Yeah, never had it before. In fact, I was surprised that they even had it at Walmart here, Cape Girardeau. Okay, I'm videoing. You don't have to be quiet, but okay. So I'm gonna peel an onion. Try to. I kind of miss my little purple onions back in the Philippines, but these are nice too. These are yellow onion. Not a pure Vidalia, but they're a nice onion. As long as they're pretty fresh, that's what I find. You'll do well if you just look for something fresh. I'm just going to rough chop these. Ooh, these are strong. They're making me homesick for the Philippines. Making me cry. This dish I'm making, I'm just copying it off of one of my favorite YouTubers, and he doesn't have a cooking show, but he has a camping show, and it's called Camping with Steve. Pretty simple name, right? That's what I like. I like simple stuff. But he usually makes one dinner on his camping trip, and he does a lot of what they call stealth camping. He camps out in crazy locations, and, you know, it's just fun to watch. But he made this dinner in, I think, 2 videos ago, and I thought it's interesting, so I bought the ingredients for it. And again, this is just a rough chop. They don't need to be perfect. But we're all about making our own food if we can. We eat out too, but I like to eat our own food. Get that off of there. These are just really going to cook down, so I'm not paying attention to how I chop them at all. This is going to be an evening meal. It's about 1:30 in the afternoon here on Saturday. So this is also what I'm working with. It's called Scale of Complexity Sultana. I don't know what that means, but it is an IPA or an India Pale Ale. So notes of pineapple and citrus. I don't know. It's pretty good. It's actually pretty refreshing. So, and then I've got my pierogies. So if you're not from Canada, you might not know what it is. I didn't know what it was. Pierogi is basically a dumpling and something in the middle of it. This one has cheddar cheese. So, and then polska kielbasa, onion, butter, and I think at the last, we'll put on some sour cream when we actually eat it. I'm gonna make this in a foil pouch. And just like Steve Wallace did on Camping with Steve, he put it in a foil pouch. He likes to do that. It makes it very simple. Everything cooks pretty good. So that's what we're gonna do. So all right, I've got my onions over here, and I gotta get my polska kielbasa, made with turkey, beef, and pork. I'd say that's a combo meal right there. Throw this baby away. I'll show you my favorite knife of all time. This is a knife that I picked up in Singapore in a kitchen shop the first time I met my wife. So this knife is not only great and very usable and sharp, it's also 20 years old. So this is as old. This is actually a little bit older than our marriage. So anyway, yeah, it's a good knife. It's a slicing knife, not a chopping knife, but it does a great job, and it's got a great memory to go along with it. I remember when I was introduced to Asia for the first time, it was in Singapore. Of course, you know that if you follow the channel. And one of the things we did, I wanted a good knife, and my polska kielbasa are rolling everywhere. And so my wife took me to Chinatown in Singapore, and we looked around. I was looking for a clay pot to make like clay pot chicken. We found that, but we also found this, and I just think this writing on there is really cool, you know. Plus it's a very good, very serviceable knife. We've used it for 20 years, so. All right, so here's another thing good it does. It picks up a lot of food. Some of it rolls off. I don't know if we're gonna get all of this in there. I'll get as much as I can. I say go for it. You never get anywhere by holding back, unless of course you just want to feed yourself. All right. Got that in there. I really wish I had some grass-fed butter to put in here, but I don't. So we're going to have to do with what we got. This is going to keep everything from sticking and keep everything from burning. It'll help cook down those onions. And a lot of that's going to go away. A lot of it'll drip off. I won't have to eat it. So right there, I've got that. And so next, it's pierogi time next. So I'm just going to cut this dude. There we go. Oh wow. The legendary pierogi. I think I got too much meat in there. I have to take some of it out so we can fit our pierogies, and I can have a snack later. Okay. I've got to get some refreshment. All right. Let's firm this thing up a little bit here. So all this stuff this beautiful deliciousness doesn't try to get away. And plus, it will hold up a lot better. You can add some more to it. Get some more of those pierogies. So these are frozen, so it's going to take a while. Alright, I think that's about enough. We'll put one more in there. I'm going to pull out this other side. Get all this stuff tucked away. So now, let's see. Yep, that's what I want to do exactly. I want the long sides over here. Let's flip this. Tighten it all up. Foil pouch cooking. It doesn't get any easier than that. Much better. Now I've got a bunch of doors I've got to go through. That's what happens when you have a palatial mansion like I've got. I'll give a tour of the place later on. We got this all nice, and this area nice and chilled out in here. This used to be a freight dock, and we converted it. One more door. We'll go out to my lovely deck out here. Oh, shoot, that thing's showing 700 degrees. Oh my God. That thing rocks. So I'm obviously going to have to open it up a little bit. Wow. Yeah. Woo, them little babies are red. Let's see if I can slide this off. I think I did it. I think I slid it off just fine. We're going to put it in there. And we're going to shut the lid. But I'm going to modify the temperature just a little bit. And we should go. See, it already dropped. I'll let that set up for just a little bit. I'm going to come back. Okay, let's check on that. I don't want to put this thing in here at 600 degrees for sure. It's already hot. So let's close her down. Yeah, it's dropped way down. About 350, that's about perfect. I'm gonna go back inside. And probably watch some YouTube videos or something. On my little 65 or 70, that's a 75. Big screen TV. I've got Camping with Steve on there right now. So I'm gonna let that stuff cook for 30 minutes to an hour, and I'm gonna come back and check on it. I'll be back. Let's go out and check and see what's going on out here. Yeah, our temperature's back up again. About 500 degrees. So maybe let that thing set for a little bit. So I just shut it down. It's on 500. I shut the top and I shut the bottom. So I'm gonna come back in about 30 minutes and we'll see how it looks. All right, let's check, see what we got. Temperature's down to 400. It's way off the heat though. So, really hate to pull it open at this point. I don't really hear it doing anything crazy in there. So, I'm gonna let it set for a while. All right, so this is it. I can see some burn marks on there. Scaring me to death. Hopefully I didn't cook it too long. And it was very high temperature. Wow, this is actually the bottom. So we're opening up the bottom. So it's not all smashed and anything like that. But the onions are very translucent. They're done for sure. The pierogies are done. And I'm gonna grab a plate real quick. Okay, let's get some onions. I told you when I cut them things up that they were gonna cook down, and they sure did. So we're gonna get some sausage. I've never had the pierogies. The sausage looks very well cooked. It's swelled up. Let's get another pierogi, just because I like the name of pierogies. All right. And then, as I say, just because, we'll put a little bit of sour cream on there. And I'm gonna cut one of these bad boys open. It's supposed to be cheddar cheese on the inside. I don't know. Don't look like much cheddar cheese to me. But let's see how they taste. I'm gonna get one and one. Try there. The sausage is pretty hot. Yeah, I can taste the cheddar cheese. The sausage was the hottest part of it. So I just, oh, there's your cheese. And right there, it's not really cheddar, but it's definitely cheesy. It's like if macaroni and cheese didn't have the macaroni, that's what it tastes like on the inside. So, actually pretty good. Again, inspiration for this little dinner came from one of my favorite YouTube video guys, Camping with Steve. And so watch his channel. And he gives lots of little simple recipe ideas, and he has stealth camping. He camps crazy places, and he's just entertaining to watch. So anyway, here's to you guys at the Philippines Project. First video back in Missouri. Thanks for watching.